And a happy Monday to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on ABC24 Weather Impact Now. I am Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett. It was a very active weekend. We had some pretty heavy thunderstorms. I spent an off day on Saturday here in the studio tracking some of those thunderstorms as they rolled through. Take a look at this incredible video. This is from the North Mississippi Storm Chasers and Spotters. This is from in Walls, Mississippi. So this is DeSoto County. We had this shelf cloud rolling in. Basically, that's just the leading edge of some thunderstorms there. Kind of get that cloud formation thanks to some rising motion inside the thunderstorms. Now, this looks a lot scarier than it actually is. This has a lot more bark than bite. This does not mean a tornado is coming. Doesn't mean that the world's about to end. Usually when you see a shelf cloud, it just means the leading edge of a strong thunderstorm. It's probably going to produce some high wind gusts and heavy rain. So incredible video there from those storms on Saturday. We had plenty of videos that came in as well. And if you have some, we want to see them still. You can scan the QR code on your screen. That's going to take you to our Facebook group, the ABC24 Weather Watchers. You can post your own photos, your own videos, your own storm reports. You can also see what else is going on around the Mid-South. So if you're not a member yet, again, scan the QR code there, or you can just search up ABC24 Weather Watchers on Facebook. Now, looking ahead, we are going to be staying warm and a little muggy for the next couple of days. It's been a mostly dry day today, but I do think we're expecting some pop-up thunderstorms to return by tomorrow and Wednesday. Some more of those isolated summer-style storms for the afternoon and the evening hours. It does look drier to end the week, and I think the weekend also looks dry, but as dry weather comes in, hotter weather comes in. We can't have both this time of year. We can't have dry and cool. That doesn't work in the summer. If it's going to be dry, it's going to be hot, and that's exactly what's coming up later in the week. Outside right now, it actually is not terrible. We've made it to the 80s so far. 84 feels like 88. Again, it's the middle of July. Let's take it while we can get it. Northerly winds today making a little bit of a difference. That's helped the temperature to stay down just enough. I don't want to say it's comfortable outside, but maybe it feels just a little bit better. 89 in Tunica, it's 88 in Corinth, 86 right now in Dyersburg, 87 in Holly Springs. Heat index still close to the 90s in a lot of spots. It's 96 on the feels like right now in Corinth, 94 in Tunica and Clarksdale, 95 in Forest City. You might want to enjoy today and tomorrow. These are going to be, I don't want to say the coolest days, but the lowest temperature days that we're going to see for a while. As we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and especially Friday and the weekend, our humidity is going to ramp up. Our temperatures are also going to ramp up as well, so get ready for that. Now, it's been mostly dry today. I'm finding a couple of quick sprinkles here. We've had a couple of very isolated downpours here in the Memphis metro. We had one over President's Island a little bit ago that actually started up near Raleigh. So Raleigh got a good downpour that crossed over I-40 at about near Hollywood and then came over downtown and Midtown. Now kind of fizzling out. Just a really tiny sprinkle there, not far from Horseshoe Lake. A couple of sprinkles out in Lee County, Arkansas, very quick downpours. And then we're also watching some heavier downpours. They're very small. They're not covering a big area, but we do have a couple of downpours as well out in McNairy County, also in Alcorn County, Mississippi. So Corinth and Selmer, you've got a couple of sprinkles in your vicinity as well. Overall today, rain chances are very low. We're talking 20% or less. So most areas are not going to be seeing any rain today. If you do, it'll be a very quick sprinkle through this evening. Temperatures into the 80s for this evening. And then tonight looks dry, 74, partly cloudy. North winds do continue, so that's going to help the temperature to fall a little bit more, making it maybe a little more comfortable, but overall still pretty muggy, even in the overnight hours. Now, tomorrow morning is going to start off pretty similar to today. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds, mid-80s by lunchtime. But we do have a chance of some pop-up storms for tomorrow afternoon. We didn't see much of that today. I think tomorrow is going to be a day where we have a better chance of pop-up storms, and actually the same thing for Wednesday. So for the next 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to have chances for some isolated pop-up downpours. Not going to happen everywhere, but even if it doesn't happen at your house, just being near some storms will keep the temperature down a little bit. Notice highs in the mid-80s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Don't be surprised, though, if by the afternoon you could see a quick little downpour. Not expecting severe weather, but these downpours can lead to a little bit of isolated flooding on the roadways. Thursday, I think we dry out. looks like a dry end to the week and a dry weekend. But again, that means it is going to be hotter. Here's the hour-by-hour radar tonight. Again, looking pretty dry. Tomorrow morning looking dry. There's 8 a.m. Watch at 2 o'clock, though. What's happening is we're going to have a high-pressure zone nearby. It's going to force the rain in the other direction than it normally goes. So we're going to have storms tomorrow east to west. That's going to bring pop-up storms in from the east by 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow. So there's 3 p.m. Got some good isolated downpours. Not raining everywhere, but where you do see them, they could be heavy. 5, 6 o'clock, still those isolated downpours passing through, and then they'll fizzle out as the sun goes down. Now by Wednesday, same thing. You get to the afternoon, get a couple more of those isolated pop-up downpours. So the next 2 days going to be good to have the rain gear handy. Generally about a ½ inch of rain. If you do get a heavy downpour, you could be talking about more rain, though. I wouldn't be surprised for some neighborhoods to get a quick 2 or 3 inches if that storm happens to just pile up right on top of you. Now, again, these summertime thunderstorms, they do not typically last long. We're talking about very isolated hit or miss thunderstorms. Could be pouring in Cordova while it is dry downtown. So just be aware it's not going to happen everywhere. But if you do see one, it could be heavy. Even if it doesn't last long, we could be talking about heavy downpours and some gusty winds. So if you do hear thunder, make sure you're heading inside, because if you're close enough to hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. Notice your rain chances, they go down. Thursday and Friday look mostly dry, and then we're in for a dry weekend. I think Saturday and Sunday look great. It's just going to be hot. Looks great if you've got a way to cool down. It does look like temperatures going to be trending back above average as we get further into the middle of the month and even the last week of July. Heat index values, they're going to be higher, not extremely high, but I do think it's going to be feeling a little bit closer to that 100-degree mark as we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday. So enjoy the next couple of days. It'll be a little less hot, a little less humid. We do have those chances for pop-up storms. So tonight looks pretty dry, 74 the low temperature, partly cloudy. Pop-up storms possible for both Tuesday and Wednesday, and that does keep the temperature down a little bit. Call it luck if you want. 88 for Tuesday and Wednesday. Heat index not too bad either. But again, you'll want to be watching the radar for the next couple of days, because those pop-up storms can definitely mean some business. Thursday, rain chances go down. Very slight chance, but I do think Thursday's mostly dry. And then Friday and the weekend look basically completely dry. Sunshine comes out in full force, but look at those temperatures. 90 on Thursday. 92 Friday. That's about our average for this time of year. And then we go above average for Saturday and Sunday, mid 90s. A little more humidity pushes the heat index closer to 100, maybe to 102 or 103. So if you're going to be out this weekend, I don't think rain is an issue, but it is going to be very hot and very humid for Saturday and Sunday. Looks the same way next week, 94 with sunshine and dry weather as we look ahead to next Monday. So again, just be watching the radar for the next couple of days. You can always do that on the free ABC24 app. You can download that for your phone or for your smart TV, and you can see exactly where those storms are popping up and if they could be moving into your neighborhood. All right, coming up next on Weather Impact Now, that was your local forecast, but it is summertime and a lot of folks are headed out of town. Meteorologist Daniel McDonald has a check of your regional outlook. That's coming up right after this.